Warning, this is how I personally complete each project. I do have some mechanical and electrical knowledge. Use this video at your own risk. I am not and will not be responsible for any damage that may occur while you attempt to repeat as I do. Always follow all manufacturer warnings and instructions. Consult a professional if you are unsure.
DADDYGVILLE'S World.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to DADDYGVILLE'S World. Today we're going to be working on our family vehicle, which is a 2008 Dodge Durango. When we bought the vehicle from friends, the seat was already ripped. I fixed some other things on it, but I don't think I ever recorded that stuff. I'll be fixing this seat with a hand sewing kit. It's pretty simple. Most of these newer seats, they're clasped down, with just plastic clips. You can pull them up, replace them back. It's a lot different than the old school seats that use hall greens and all that. A lot of people don't know. Well, a lot of people that are followers that I became friends with know that I grew up in an upholstery shop and around cars all my life. And this is what my dad did for a living, was upholstery. Except I am nowhere near close to anything my dad did. My dad could take the ugliest rat-piled heap and turn it into something magnificent that you would not even want to sit on because you'd be afraid of ruining it. Anyways, this is what we're doing. I'm going to be pulling this cushion up. Instead of sewing it this way where the seam is on the outside, I'm going to be sewing it from the inside. So I've got to remove this panel and I got to remove this side of the cushion. Now, normally you would take this out of the car and completely redo the whole seat. I'm not doing that. I just want to fix this part and maybe a couple other rips that's down in here. Alright, first to remove this panel, I'm going to remove the 3 screws and then the clip that's holding the back in. Let's see, I might be able to get that out. Looks like somebody's already tried to pull this up or something. So it'll be a lot easier. Alright, now I'll have to get back here behind the seat and pull this up, which my kids have already pretty much done that with their feet and kicking the back and everything, because I'll show you here in a second. Now, as you see, normally, it's, my girlfriend shoved this in here, which that should be in the back underneath. My kids have kicked this part right here, which is broken, which I'll have to take this piece off right here, put new clips in it. Normally this piece is strapped right here, but I guess where they keep kicking their feet and whatever back here, it's actually came undone. So that's probably why our seat has actually risen up from us sliding back and forth driving. Now, some of it's already been pulled up, but I'm going to show you here. Right on, find it here in my hands. Right on this piece is where your seat actually clamps to, right here. See, some of them has already been pulled up because where the back has been pulled up. So since our seat's already been partially removed, it should be an easy. Oh, yeah, there we go. See, that was ridiculous. It wasn't even hooked. Now here's what I was talking about. This plastic clip right here. It's got it in the back, it's got it in the front, but we only want to remove this side. And once you go to put it back on, you take it, and you twist it up like this, which is tightening it up on the thing. Up and over. Now it's going to cut this string. Alrighty, I've already cut my thread. I've already threaded my needle. I'm going to flip this over and pin it where I need it to be, and then flip it back and then sew it up. Alrighty, as you see, I put pins on the outside and I put pins on the inside. I put pins on the outside to hold a lot of the outer edges and help it keep it there. And then I put pins on the inside to help me keep it folded and pinched together the way I need it to. That way when you fold it back over, it'll be all. Anyways, before I was interrupted by my girlfriend, I'm going to start sewing this seat up. Instead of weaving it back and forth, I'm doing a loop over. To one side, flip it, and back to the same side again. I'm not keeping that part in the video, but my girlfriend came out here and was like, "Oh my God, what are you doing to my seat?" I'm doing what you asked me to do. Right now, from this point of view of it, coming together actually looks pretty nice. Now, once it comes across and I lay it back down, the seam might not be perfectly straight with the rest of it, but it was a jagged edge, and it's really hard to fix a jagged edge unless you cut this section and this section out and completely replace it. So I've got the first one completed. This was the hardest because where I had a wider rip and I kind of had to sew it together and mess with it. I know I'm going to have probably, looks like a couple of loose edges up here. But I'm going to flip it over and we're going to see where we're at and see where I need to improve the threads. Alright, she sewed all back up, besides, this section here, which is going to be rubbing the frame, so it would rip anyways. That'll give me another project later to do off film. Next thing we got to do is take it, lift up the cushion, tuck it back down into the frame, and latch it, which I probably won't film all of that because it might take me a minute. Now, like I said at the beginning of the video, this was not going to be a perfect job because the way the material was ripped. If it wasn't ripped in a zigzag, I could have made it a straight seam. As you see, here's the factory seam here, here's the factory seam here, here's my seam, and then you can see where it got way out of shape here and here. But it don't look too bad for being done hand. Now, if I wanted to redo this all together, I would have to actually take this whole cushion off, all the material off, and then cut this section out with a razor blade, and then make 2 new panels, and then sew them back in, and then put it back on. But I hope this helps whoever's got rips in their seats, like this, and they just wanted to fix them. And thank you for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss a video.